For further analysis, we're joined from Cairo by the international relations specialist, Dr. Mohammed Osman. Thank you, sir, for joining us here on Qnews.
Thank you for having me, Rehan.
Firstly, let's start off by asking you about your views when it comes to the Israeli cabinet's decision to approve the ceasefire agreement in Gaza. We've seen a lot of stalling, but it eventually happened.
I think that the Israelis have no other choice at this point but to play along and stick to implementing their obligations and complying with their obligations under the agreement, because the United States is not giving them any other choice. The U.S., thanks to an immense diplomatic campaign by Egypt and the other mediators, but predominantly by Egypt, and thanks to the steadfastness of the Egyptian position, not moving and not giving any concessions with regards to the basic foundations of its stance on the Palestinian cause and the war in Gaza, I think this did play a pivotal role in moving the American position from the complete and blind bias to the Israeli position and adopting the Israeli narrative to a more balanced position, albeit, of course, it is very biased towards the Israeli side. However, it's more balanced, more realistic, and more interested and driven by the desire to achieve peace and stop this war of carnage. So I think this created the suitable amount or the needed amount of pressure that was to be applied on Israel. Of course, in addition to the other international pressure that we have seen, like the recognitions of Palestine, the European threats of sanctions, condemnations from the entire world, from the United Nations, from Europe, from the East, from the West, from Africa. Everyone was condemning Israel. So Israel was feeling increasingly isolated. So I think that they have tactically backed down, and now they are complying with this agreement, despite that this agreement is basically to the detriment of Netanyahu's standing as prime minister. And already there are cracks in the governing coalition.
Yes.
Yesterday, the right-wing ministers refused to vote in favor of the peace, the Trump peace agreement, or the Trump peace initiative, or the Sharm el-Sheikh agreement, rather. However, it went on, it carried a majority, and the Israelis now are implementing it on the ground actively. So I think we are moving in the right direction, Rehan, and as long as the Americans keep up the pressure and keep their commitment to this agreement, I think we will move forward in a positive trajectory.